well is the U.S. has had this very hostile. The Biden administration has been waging a war on crypto, and I think an unlawful war. Courts have agreed with us on that, and we're finally seeing that kind of unlocked in a Trump embraced crypto, and crypto embraced Trump. And I think we're seeing that reflect in kind of how the markets have reacted since the election. So we want them to roll. And as you know well, one of the biggest problems the crypto industry has had isn't the idea there's too much regulation. It's just the regulation is not even clear. We're trying to apply laws from literally 1946, a famous Supreme Court case called the Howey test. So we're trying to apply that to a digital asset industry that's been developed in the last 10, 15, 20 years. And so it just doesn't fit. And I think as we bring this new, really the Trump cabinet to bear, getting those clear rules, which we've been asking for under the Biden administration for years, I think we're finally going to get that clarity, which will help the U.S. lead again. And I think, Trump talks about making America great again. I think he's going to make crypto great again. And
here we are.
Last piece of the pieces of the puzzles. The point is, once we hear which ETFs get through, if it's all of them, that'd be even crazier. Once we hear which ETFs go through and exactly which coins are going to be tax-free within the U.S., it's basically game over for like 95% of other coins, because all the money's going to flow into those. Like I said, you can't have tax-free and institutions throwing billions into it, and it won't and not have it succeed. It just doesn't line up. That's the
By the way, I think they have to make, this is going to sound crazy, but not when you understand what I'm getting at. I believe that they have to make XRP tax-free. And the reason I think that is because it would be a transaction nightmare. If you were doing all these transactions and every single transaction was a tax consequence, it would be a mess. I think they know that. I think it's very possible that may have been part of the plan for a long time.
Yeah, we could possibly see five XRP ETFs in the next couple of weeks, if not month and some change. Crazy, right? I would love this coin to really excel in price, to kind of hyper vindicate all the people who've paid attention and were in the project from the get-go and didn't listen to other people lying to them.
Bitcoin maxis are just pitiful, folks. Speaking of pitiful, I'm not even going to give this guy the air of playing his video, but look at this. In this video, XRP can freeze your money anytime. That's what he says. Then Community Notes exposes him as the liar that he is, right here. While the XRP ledger does have a freeze feature, it can only be used on issued tokens, not on XRP. No one can freeze XRP. Issued tokens on the XRP ledger are fundamentally different than XRP. XRP exists in accounts which cannot be frozen. That guy knows this because he was on a Spaces with Matt Hamilton, and Matt Hamilton addressed this very thing, which shows you what liars these Bitcoin maxis are. And why do they lie? Because their greatest fear is that a digital asset rises, the actual king of digital assets rises and takes the Bitcoin throne, because then they have to explain, why do you own Bitcoin versus XRP, versus a Cardano, versus an Ondo, versus all the things that are better technology, that are faster, scale, everything Bitcoin doesn't have. That is why they go so crazy about all this. That's why this whole market you see as it is right now is a facade. It's a mirage, folks. Everything you've seen to this point was through regulatory capture and a regulatory monopoly that Bitcoin had. Remember, the government, through Jay Clayton and Gary Gensler, called Bitcoin a commodity early on. Even though it's not legal, they gave that quasi-regulatory clarity, and they didn't give it to any of the others. Then the Bill Hinman speech gave the same thing to Ethereum, and Ethereum got that same quasi-regulatory clarity. That's the market you've seen to this day. It's about to change. A level playing field is here.